What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. We are back on some MX bikes, and the track that I have for you today is a 2016 Zaca Station by TBell. Just released today at the point of me recording this, and having a look at the pictures that are kind of in the preview on MXB Mods, this looks like one hell of a fast track. It's a semi-replica, apparently. I'm guessing it's made to be a little bit more MX bikes friendly, but we'll see how it goes. Just having a look at some of the massive jumps and fast turns, it just looked like a perfect excuse for me to hop on the KTM500 again, because it's been a very, very hot minute since I've been able to ride this bike. So we're going to see how it goes. I believe we're still using the new not new soil, the soil will stay the same, but we're using the new tyres again on the soil type, which actually works, which is the soft soil. So we should be getting a hell of a lot of traction and hopefully struggling to keep the front end of this bad boy down. We'll see how it goes. Now, I know Zaca Station is a real track, and oddly enough, I don't know why, but I have heard of it before. And I want to say that I've played a version or two of it on Sim, but honestly, that would have been so far back that I honestly can't remember. I'm pretty sure there was a version on bikes before that I just never got around to playing. I don't think it was rated particularly highly, but this one straight away, people have put it up at 5 stars, so I'm sure that speaks well enough for it. And I mean, it looks pretty enough. I've still got the reshade overlay actually on that Hurren gave me when I was playing his compound the other day, and it just makes everything look so much better. I'm surprised that I've not properly tried getting a good reshade before. I messed around with it here or there, but I think I just tried going stupidly vibrant to the point where it hurts your eyes. Now, I will admit, on some tracks, this does have a little bit of not a lens flare, but so if I look directly ahead of me here, just behind those, I don't know what you call them, they're not willow trees, are they? I don't know, the more wispy trees, these tentacly looking ones. So the whites of the clouds can be a little bit bright, but some tracks, it's almost a little bit blinding. Hangtown's a very good example, but I think it just depends on the skybox. But for the most part, I think it just makes everything look really, really nice. So what I will do is, I mean, I'm sure Hurren won't mind me giving this out to people, but I will just double check if I can do so. I'll see if I can put it in the description of the video, just for you guys to download and try out yourselves. If you have no idea about reshade, then I'm probably not the man to ask. There's a bunch of different tutorials on the old YouTubes for it. I believe Smokey might have done one, TKO Smokey, but I could be mistaken on that. But either way, back to this. So track, I have done. Oh god, what I have done is chuck the bloody front end about 5 times already. Jesus Christ, I need to chill out a bit. So the ruts, whilst they seem to be very long, they are not overpowered in the way that you can just crank her over and get her going. Stay in that rut, you slow old man. Up and over here. But yeah, some of these jumps, absolute booters. Throw it sideways. Look at the back mudguard for the fans. That was actually that was kind of smooth. I downloaded. Oh my god. You tell that I've just woken up from a 4-hour nap, which is pretty gross. Literally coming home from work, get in bed, and I wake up 4 hours later, and I was like, oh shit, I need to record a video. So here we are. But I was so surprised to load up the mods website and see something that I was like, oh my god, I want to play that, because damn, it's been pretty dry as of recently. We get periods like this every now and then where there'll be nothing for maybe 2 weeks or so, and then all of a sudden you get 5 tracks in the space of 2 days. And I'm convinced that the people that make tracks in this game are like women on their periods. When they spend too long together, they sync up. It all happens at the same time, and I know everyone seems to help each other for the most part, which I think is quite cool. He didn't have a whole lot to say when describing this track. Purely just said semi-replica of 2016 Zaca Station, and shouted out someone for the trees, which is quite nice. People giving respect where respect is due. And then also just the track consists of loamy soil with big rolling hills, which I can fully see. I'm not sure what a race would look like on here. I imagine it would be extremely fast-paced. Although, now that I am on the track, I feel like the 500 might have been overkill. There are some corners that are a little bit tighter than I expected, and whilst this absolute animal of a machine is incredibly fast, it does feel like a bit of a tank when you try and get it round turns. So maybe not the most ideal choice, but either way, we're trying to have some fun. We're trying to throw them sideways, and we're trying to have good times on MX bikes, which is the most important thing. I feel like lately I've been playing. Oh god, that's not going to go well. Oh, I feel like lately I've been having to be quite serious when playing the game, just practicing for things like aerial, and some of the tracks I've been playing have been more on the difficult side. But this is one of them where, for the most part, you get to just chill out and have some fun, which is what I absolutely love doing, and something that I need to do a little bit more of. And one thing that I kind of miss doing as well, which I need to do and just get over myself in terms of like losing MMR and stuff like that, is just go online and try and have some fun regardless of winning and losing, because that's something that I've not really had the luxury of doing for a while now. That is a very weird jump. I feel like it doesn't give you enough kick to get over the step down part of that. If I can remember next lap, I'm going to try and go outside there. I love bits like this where you can just double your way through some rollers, land in the corner really nice and smoothly. Double that, get in the rut, crank her over, try not to do a backflip as you come out of the turn, because I've got the chunky boy. Got the chunky boy on the back. It's got the 120 rear tyre, which seems to be my go-to for the most part. I feel like I don't actually know many people that have stuck to the stock Caboso rear or gone for the 110. There might be a couple people on the 110, but I don't know of them. I mean, at least it's no one that I talk to. We all seem to be of the opinion of we'll go on the 120s and have a ridiculous amount and just try and control it. I feel like having too much and controlling it is better than just not having enough. However, couldn't be more different for the front end, at least for me. I feel like I explained this a little bit in my kind of everything you need to know about new tyres update video, but the front end on this game is very strange. I don't know truly how to explain it. I feel like it does act like a front end, like a back end, sorry, in some regards. Like it digs into the ground and kind of pulls you. It almost feels like sometimes a bike's front wheel drive, but when you get in a rut, it tries putting you around the corner rather than the back end being the force driving you forwards and the front end just kind of steering where you need to go. Oh, hang on. I need to go outside down here, don't I? Give this a shot. I need to absolutely send this. A little bit of rough going into the corner. That's what I like to see. Oh, no. You saw nothing. Let's turn around, try and do that again. I like this when people add a little bit of rough. When you can see this outside right is obviously much better than the other two. Just add a little bit of rough going into it, just so it's not majorly overpowered. Send it out again. Stretch it! Oh my god! I think I can call that getting over it. I don't think I fully framed it, but yeah, if you don't slide out in the corner, that should be no problem. You should just don't suck like me. That's maybe the key. Up and over. Sorry, back to the front wheel. So I don't run the fattest front wheel, which I think is a 90. Now I either run Caboso stock or an 80, just depending on how I feel at the day. And that's purely for the reason is sometimes when I get into a rut, I feel like, so let's say I make a mistake and I'm turning here. I feel like the front wheel grabs onto this inside right on my left and kind of like yanks me to the left over here when I have too much grip. So I like having it a little bit lower, so the front wheel feels like it pushes through the corner a bit more. I feel like it helps if you are making a few mistakes, and I know the speed that us boys get going on some of the aerial tracks is, if you do make a mistake, it's so difficult to kind of like rectify it and like stand the bike up or do whatever you need to correct it before you find yourself on the ground. And you know how MX Bikes is with its lovely netcode and slow physics and stuff. You don't want to risk it. You don't want to risk going down. I mean, I had... Oh, so I'll do some spoilers, actually, sorry, since I didn't live stream or record Hangtown, so round 2 of Aerial. EU went absolutely incredibly. One moto won by 50 seconds, one moto 2 by I think it was 24. Not to say that nobody was going well. There was a few people there on absolute rails. Luckily, I just had consistency on my side on those races. And then in NA, I can't remember how much I won by Moto 1, but I did win again, which was nice. And then Moto 2, oh my god, the stress. There I am doing a 30-minute plus 2 race at 4 in the morning. I think I had like a 20... again, like a 24, 25 second lead with almost 2 laps to go. Got into a group of 3 lappers that were having their own battle. I just managed to get crisscrossed with one of them, went down. And then if anybody knows Hangtown, so at the very start of the lap, essentially, you've got those 2 downhill off cambers. They're actually probably the trickiest part of them in game. I crashed at the top of the right-hander. So you go up the hill, you drop down to the left, and then you drop down to the right again. I crashed on the right, and MX Bikes, MX Bikes, said, Now, we're not just going to let you crash here. We're going to tuck your front end, and you are going to cartwheel right to the bottom of this bloody hill, and then we're going to face you the wrong way, so you have to spin around and do a 180. So my lead went from 24 seconds with 2 laps to go, and I finished with 5 seconds. And it was only 5 seconds because McChicken, who came second, had a couple of cuts. He was right on my booty cheeks by the end of that race, and he could smell blood as well. He ran his fastest lap of the race on the very last lap, trying to hunt me down, which was pretty nutty. Like a 51 at the end of Moto 2 on. Oh my god, I keep forgetting how much of a kicker that jump is at the end on. Yeah, a 1:51 lap time at the end of 2 30-minute plus 2 lap races is pretty nutty in my opinion. But yeah, it was a very, very fast-paced track. Everyone was hauling. The track got to a point where kind of midpoint onwards it actually got a little bit faster because every part of the track had just got eroded down to essentially what is like the base layer, so it couldn't actually erode any further, so it ended up just becoming flatter by the end of the race, which some people like. I myself, even though I had an extremely good day across both series, just didn't find it the most enjoyable. Just find it a little bit on the boring side, and I don't know if I'm just an old man or if anybody else ever has this issue, but or it's probably just due to the fact that I play claw, which is absolutely stupid for trying to do for long periods of time, but it's just how I learned playing games. I can't even bring myself to switch anymore. It feels so uncomfortable if I hold a controller what you would call normally. But my hands, Jesus Christ. I go to take my hands off the controller at the end of Moto 2 in both series, and I'm pretty sure my hands like retain the shape of the controller, and I've got to like forcefully straighten my fingers out. So painful. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like cripple myself at some point if I keep doing these, but then I'm addicted to it. Like every time, if I'm having a bad time on bikes, I absolutely hate the game. Yet then I still keep finding myself coming back, and it was the same with Sim all those years ago, and I feel like I've got a little bit of an addiction to like the competition side on these games. It's not healthy. I shouldn't be so into it, but I can't help myself. I like winning. When I'm not winning, I absolutely hate things. Even if I get P2, I feel like I should be winning all the time. But that's quite a stubborn mentality, I think. Obviously, everyone can't win all the time. Bad things happen. You might get absolutely shafted by some netcode or get unlucky on a start and get taken out, things like that. But yeah, I enjoy it whenever I'm winning, and I had a very, very good day on last Friday. I'm hoping. I feel like this has just turned into an aerial chat more than a Zaca station chat. I do apologise, TBell. I'll give my final thoughts on your track at the end. So round 3, I believe, is actually going to be given out for free because of the issues that the MXB shop website's been having. So that is a good thing because the races are meant to take place on Thursdays. They've been on Friday the last 2 weeks just because of the issues. They've been delayed. So I'm hoping this time, if you haven't got to buy it, there's not going to be a GUID lock where everybody has to get their own individual copy of the track file to work. So I think they can just give it out to everyone on various sites. So even if the MXB mod site goes down, we can rely. Even if the MXB shop site goes down, I beg your pardon, we can use MXB mods. Oh my god, my voice is going. I promise, I'm not a 12-year-old boy. Deep voice back. Grumpy. Right. So, if MXB shop goes down, we can use MXB mods as a backup, and yeah, hopefully it goes ahead, because I need to get up on Friday and travel halfway up the country, because I'm actually going away. So I also need to record a video or two in the meantime before I go away, just to give you boys some lovely content. I'm not going to stress too much about having something for every day. I did mention this a little while ago. I'm just kind of taking things as they come, and the last week or so I do seem to be enjoying myself on the YouTube side a little bit more, now that I've alleviated that pressure from myself. Hopefully that comes across in the videos. I do hope that it has some sort of an effect on the energy, even though I just woke up from a 4-hour nap. I hope it still sounds okay. Oh god. But yeah, aerial, it's been going well. I've got red plate in both series. I hope it continues going well. And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be recording or live streaming, because I just seem to ride so much better when I'm not. And that's the main thing for me, is more performance than anything right now, because we got some prize money at the end of it, which is what I'm really looking forwards to. Now, I have no idea what the actual prize money is. I would think that it's a little bit more than what Supercross was, purely on the basis of paying for the tracks could increase the prize pool, maybe? Question mark? I don't know. I might have to do some digging, see if they mentioned an exact amount anywhere, but I don't think they have. I think they keep it anonymous for the reason of then they haven't got to commit to a certain amount. But I did get paid for Supercross the other day, which was, I think it was $100, which I was very surprised by, because I didn't actually read anywhere that there was was prize money there. I think I had in my head that it was throughout the whole series, but then when the series was over and I went and looked, I couldn't find anything. So I was quite surprised to see a random $100 put into my PayPal. I was like, oh, lovely, that'll pay for a takeaway or two. And yeah, hopefully things keep going well. I'll try and do every NA round that I can, even though I feel like absolute crap the morning after, because yeah, racing until 4 AM is not very cute, and it's actually very difficult. Like riding with slits for eyes at 4 AM is not ideal. Usually I stay awake with like Rum, for example, in a call in Discord when we're racing, and the last 2 weeks he's done his Moto 1 and just been like, you know what, I need to get up early, I can't have this little sleep, which I respect for actually having the mentality of sleep is more important than gaming, but I do not. So I put myself through the torture every single week, but I enjoy it nonetheless. It's worth it. TBell, I think you've got a very, very nice track here. Nothing like groundbreaking special by any means, but that is not meant to be taken in like a negative way. It's just one of them tracks that you can just hop on, you haven't got to think about anything, and you can just ride laps. But once it's nice being able to ride one of the big bikes, because everything is pretty largely scaled. The jumps suit the bike really, really well. I don't think I've truly cased anything at all in this video. The ruts, I like some of them. Some of them is just a skill issue for me where I can't really get sat in them too well. I'm sure you can see the erodes like slowly starting to kick in. I'm sure in a server multiple people, the ruts probably get better. Now that does happen on 1 or 2 tracks where the ruts dig down a little bit and they hold you more. And I think it's going to be one of them kind of similar to your Farm 14 or your Walnuts, where it's going to be one of them like community favourites where you see in quite a few servers just people having a good rip around, because it's very, very high speed, and as soon as you learn all the lines and you don't keep crashing in this bloody section like I do, because I'm trying to send the big boy lines every lap, you're going to be having good fun. It looks incredible. Although I do think that my reshade probably helps a little bit with that. I've not tried it without. Yeah, tree models are nice, so whoever helped you with those tree models, big shout out to that guy. And thank you for providing us with some more, with another track, and me for some damn content, because I've been searching the last few days, so you are a lifesaver. Thank you very much, sir. That'll do it from me. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, please do drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hope you have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're up to, and until catch you in the next video. Peace.
I'm working hard, I'm sacrificing my life, I'm sacrificing my mind, I'm sacrificing my sanity, but most importantly, I'm sacrificing my time. Boy, I feel fine, I feel like I am a king. Honestly, I can't complain, even with faith that's the size of a grain of some salt, I will still move a mountain and do what I want. I got